Good morning and welcome once again to the 97th day of our 365-day journey through the Bible. At the moment, we're looking at the early monarchy, the period between Saul and Solomon. And today we come to the point where David brings the Ark of the Covenant into Jerusalem. A very dangerous thing to do by the look of it. We're looking at the second book of Samuel, chapter 6, verses 1 to 8. Again, David mustered his best troops, amounting to 30,000 soldiers. He led them to Baalah in Judah to accompany the Ark of the Covenant, and with it the name of all-powerful Yahweh, who is enthroned above the cherubim depicted upon it. From the home of Abinadab upon the hill, they took it and placed it carefully on a new carriage. Abinadab's sons, Uzzah and Ahio, were steering, with Ahio in the lead. David and all the Israelites were dancing and singing enthusiastically in honor of Yahweh. They were playing on harps, lyres, drums, rattles, and cymbals. And as they came to Nachon's threshing floor, the oxen slipped, and Uzzah reached out to steady the ark. At that moment, Yahweh God became furious, and Uzzah was slain because of his disrespect. He died right there by the Ark of the Covenant, which is why that place has been called Uzzah's payback ever since. David was also cross because Yahweh had angrily punished Uzzah. Because the ark has been lost to history and archaeology since the Iron Age, nobody knows what it was about it that made it so dangerous to touch. For a lot of us, we have pictures in our minds formed by the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. But all of that fantasy came out of a 20th century movie maker's mind, fed by a lot of ill-informed online speculation about the Ark and its fate. In primitive times, it was more usual than it is now to attribute sudden misfortunes to God's anger, so it doesn't really matter whether Uzzah had a heart attack or a sudden electric shock or one of the many other possible misfortunes that have been suggested. It seemed natural to them to jump to the unwarranted but not unexpected conclusion that he must have broken some unwritten rule, and God instantly paid him back for it. Of course, we don't have to agree with that way of thinking. Our understanding of God's nature has matured since those times. Yes, we remain unworthy and unreliable disciples, sinners all, but God's intentions for us are only ever good. Accidents and mistakes will still happen because God made the world in such a way as to give it and us the freedom to grow, to respond, to evolve, and to learn. Not all our decisions will be logical, wise, or moral, of course, but we do have a choice. Poor Uzzah was probably as innocent or guilty as any of us. But was the ark some huge electrical capacitor being gradually charged up with static electricity on that rickety carriage, capable of storing a charge strong enough to kill a man? Maybe. Who can tell? But from then on, for as long as it did, the Ark of the Covenant had a home in Jerusalem, and eventually what was envisaged as a permanent home in the Jerusalem temple created specially for it. We will visit that temple on day 104, when David's son, Solomon, is on the throne. But tomorrow scandal comes to the royal house. I'll see you tomorrow.